Hello and welcome to WJTS in.form. I'm your host, Bill Potter. Joining me in the studio is Nick Stevens. Nick is the Executive Director for the Huntingburg Chamber of Commerce. And this is a very busy month for you guys, especially this coming Friday is going to be a very busy Friday.
Very busy.
Well, Nick, let's start talking about things that are happening in Huntingburg.
Well, again, we were talking about Friday. You know, just today we've had our annual luncheon with the Chamber and had Paul Page. You know, great event, great turnout. We're really excited about that opportunity and highlighting the Chamber and its events. But then on Friday the 13th, to even add more to this, we're starting at 11 a.m. We're going to have a ribbon cutting. We got 2 ribbon cuttings on Friday. One at 11 for Yes Power Yoga right there on 4th Street. And then at 4 o'clock, we're going to have one at Spuds and Stuff, which is our new restaurant on 4th Street at 4 o'clock. And then at 5, the Mayor Spinner's wellness program, the 555 series, is going to be started at 5 o'clock. Then we have music in the park, and then the Celebrating Fathers event following that at the park.
And you realize all of this is on Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th. I'm telling you.
Good luck.
We were all sitting there, and then we were scheduling stuff, and I was like, well, this is when things would work. And, you know, the city's been so busy with the Stellar program and getting all that stuff together. You know, it was just one of those dates that worked. Mm-hmm. And honestly, I looked at it, I didn't even realize it was, you know, you just see the date. It's 13th, okay. And then you go back and it's like, oh, that's Friday the 13th. So,
well, it'll be a great day.
It should be. I really think it will. And, you know, the opportunities that we have with the Celebrating Fathers event and the ribbon cuttings, you know, new business downtown, new business in Huntingburg, period. The 555 series has been so great. The Chamber is a sponsor of that, as well as a number of other organizations and businesses in the community. You know, the first one we had 260 people at. This last one, the weather was a little sketchy in May, and we had over 200 people.
200 runners, runners and walkers.
Runners,
right?
Walkers, people of all ages. It's just family fun. It's a great opportunity. You get to you run to locations or walk, and it starts at the city office. Normally, always ends at the city office, but we went down, you got to see the park and walk through the walking trail there. I know one of the paths is going to take us out to the Niehaus Park. So it's really nice to be able to kind of highlight some of those positive things that we have in our community, as well as you're running, you know, that starts out on 4th Street, so you get to see 4th Street.
Well, what's neat about that 5K run walk is that almost all 5K run walks are on Saturday morning at 8 o'clock.
That's right.
This is different. It's on Friday afternoon at 5 o'clock, so it's a different kind of an atmosphere for runners.
It is a different kind of atmosphere, and also the whole aspect behind it of sitting there and thinking it's on a Friday at 5 o'clock. And I remember us talking about it, and I'm like, man, that's awfully, the timing, it just doesn't seem, but boy, you know, 260 people, you can't go wrong there. You know, a lot of the factories are working with their employees who want to participate, and you know, maybe they let them leave 15 minutes early so they can come and participate. So it's been really good.
Okay, and then there's Music in the Park, which is a free series.
Free series that starts. I don't know the acts that are performing, but you know, that'll be starting at, I think, at 7. And then the Celebrating Fathers event with Luke Zeller speaking, and then the movie Hoosiers. You know, Kim Kendall and the whole group that's been working on that have been doing such a great job. You know, this is the 3rd year they've done it. I think every year it gets bigger and bigger. You know, what an opportunity for all the local churches to get together to help put on an event, you know.
And it's a free meal. It's a free opportunity.
Free opportunity. Yeah. Free food, you know, prizes for fathers. Again, seeing a movie like Hoosiers inside League Stadium is pretty cool, I think. You know, it's like when we showed A League of Their Own in there. That, you know, that's the ultimate, showing A League of Their Own where it was filmed. But, you know, another movie talking about some of the great history of Indiana is just an awesome. So I'm real excited about that. And I think that whole day, it's a lot of work for us, but the excitement of seeing Erin Rauscher have her with the Yes Power Yoga, having her ribbon cutting, celebrating with her family and her visitors and her customers, and then for David and Ashley there at Spuds and Stuff to be putting that on and celebrating their event is really good. And then the whole timing of it with the 555 and all this. I think it's just a perfect opportunity for us.
A good energy for Huntingburg.
Very good energy.
All right. Well, you have an event coming up that will kind of be a way for the school system and for the city to kind of brag on themselves and let people know where they are, and that is the addresses of the blanks.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah. I kind of call it the state of addresses, and tried to put ... in the middle of it, and then said, I just call it the state of addresses. And, we were really lucky to be able to work with Mayor Spinner and Superintendent Eineman to see if both of them would agree to come on and do this. So we're going to do that on June 19th, 8 a.m. at the Old Town Hall. And it's going to start off, Mayor Spinner's going to give his state of the city, and then Mr. Eideman's going to give his state of the school system. And I really feel like, obviously Huntingburg and this area is in such a great spot right now. And I mean, hopefully the sky's the limit and we can continue to grow. But boy, there's a lot of positive things, and I know that both of those guys are going to have a great presentation and really sit here and talk about the great things that are going on in our community.
Okay, two things about that. Do you have to have a reservation, and do you have to be a chamber member to attend?
You do not have to have a reservation. We'd like to know, so we got a little bit of a heads up. It is open for members and the whole community. We don't want anybody to miss out on the opportunity, and we know that you guys are going to be there filming during that as well. So we really would like to see as many people come out as they can. It is at the Old Town Hall, beautiful backdrop. Kind of the energy of that building presents itself, and the history behind it, and having these two individuals going up and talking about Huntingburg and where we're at and where we're going is just perfect.
That's exciting. And we do want to point out that this is going to be at Town Hall, which is different from the Huntingburg Chamber usual breakfast events. This one's going to be held at Town Hall.
Yeah, this one's at Town Hall on Geiger Street.
And if somebody wants a reservation, they should
call the chamber 812-683-5699, or just shoot us an email at info@huntingburgchamberofcommerce.org.
And again, the date and time.
That is June 19th from 8 to 9.
What day is that?
That's a Thursday.
A Thursday. Okay, all right. Now we're going to look to the end of June. Farmers Market opens up.
Farmers Market on June 28th is going to officially get up and running. As of right now, we've got 6, and when I say this, take it for what it is, we've got 6 booths confirmed that they will be there. These are 6 groups that have planned to be there every market, or at least the majority of them, and really excited about that. That starts on Saturday, June 28th, from 7:30 to 11:30, and it's right there in the Memorial Gym parking lot. And it's a great spot. We get great traffic flow there, and we're real excited about what this season has to go. I think all this rain that we've had in the last few weeks hopefully will produce some great crops and some great vegetables and everything else, because this is a perfect opportunity. And we encourage a lot, if you make something, if you're growing, it's homegrown or homemade products. So, even the individuals who are making cornhole bags, or if they're doing arts and crafts or soaps, whatever it is, if you'd like to come out and participate, get a hold of us. We'd love to have you.
And just pay a small fee, right?
Yeah, it's $7 a week.
Okay.
Or if you want to do the whole season, I think it's $90, and if you want to do 2 booths, it's $110.
Okay. So when you get too many tomatoes in your garden, too much zucchini,
it's amazing.
Green beans, radishes, I guess you get a little of everything.
It seems like the cucumbers, and is one example, we get a ton of those. The tomatoes, it seems like everybody. Every year, we're going to plant more and more of these, and then it's like, oh my gosh, they're overwhelmed with how many they've got. And then, of course, when sweet corn comes on, that's really when the markets really hit top, and everybody has sweet corn, and it's just amazing. You'll sit here and you go, well, okay, we've got 6 booths here, we'll be okay. And then on those days it like triples, and you're like, oh my gosh, we've got 10, 15, 20 booths, and man, hopefully the crowds come out. And we've been pretty successful the last few years, and we're happy to have Family Roots Nursery as a sponsor this year. And we're really working hard to make the market as stronger. We've added a Facebook page and a Twitter page for the market as well. So follow us. We'll be trying to put updates about the market itself, maybe some recipes that Lee Brumley in particular, they grow things that a lot of people don't know about. Asian pears, or chestnuts, just different things that he grows on his and on his farm. He comes up with recipes, not just, hey, come and buy this, but he'll also go, have you tried to make it with this? So we're going to try our best to promote that as well through the Facebook and the web and then and Twitter accounts.
in time, vendors still have time to contact you.
Yep.
And actually, even once the market opens, they
Oh
can
yeah,
contact
you can
then.
contact us.
You can almost show up that morning, couldn't you?
You could show up that morning. We've got a little form for you to fill out, and it's just basically stating this is either a homegrown or a homemade product. You're not reselling it from somebody else, because you don't want to lose that integrity for your markets, because there's that fear out there that if somebody comes and buys something and got sick, we need to be able to trace where that came back from, because in this day and age, with things that have been going on with the E. coli and the other things, we just don't want people to be sick or have problems. And if they are, we want to fix it. We don't want to continue that problem.
The neat thing is about a farmer's market, there's so much fresh fruits and vegetables, and you're talking right to the grower, right there.
Exactly. You get, these guys, and they know so much, and they can answer all these questions, and they'll tell you how it was grown. And some of them, they give you advice, and if you're growing it, hey, have you tried to do this? And we can't call the stuff organic because it hasn't been certified organic. Right. But I truly look at most of this as close as you can get.
It's pretty close, right?
Mr. Brumley and Arlene Fleck and what they do. Those guys, it's a family affair. They get out there and they work in the garden. They're pulling weeds. They're doing stuff. They're trying to do it as clean as they can. Not using the pesticides and things like that. So it's not necessarily organic, but it's pretty darn close.
Right. Nick, thank you very much for coming in. It sounds like Huntingburg's going to be hopping, especially this Friday. A lot of things going on. Thanks to Nick Stevens, the Executive Director for the Huntingburg Chamber of Commerce, for coming in and speaking with us. And thanks to you for watching WJTS Inform. We are local people watching local people.